Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to cover how to install Netpicker using the Docker installation. So the Docker installation is probably the easiest method that we have. Some people or network engineers tend to use the OVA or the virtual machine method. We're going to cover that in a separate video. But let's cover the Docker method. Here I'm on the web page, the home page. And if you want to get started with installation, you have to click on this button, Get Started, download Netpicker, and you provide your full name and business email, and there will be an instruction email sent to you. So I've already done that. Let's go to email, see the instruction. This is the email, and it contains two links to two different web pages for different methods. This is the Docker method, and this is the virtual machine method. So I'm going to click on this. And here we are. The only thing you need to do is issue these three commands, and that's it. Your Docker is up. But there is actually something else you need to keep in mind. So you git clone this repository. I've already done that. So I'm going to go to terminal, and we're going to take it from here. I already git cloned it. Netpicker is here, and it is set in the documentation if you go back to the web page. But I'm just gonna continue what I'm doing here. Netpicker is the name of the directory, name of the Git directory or repository. I'm here, see the components here. We have a README file, we have a Docker compose file, which is going to allow running multiple images at one time instead of running each one separately. We have one for down, one for up. So let's see what we have in up. Basically, it is going to pull the images, the latest images from the Docker Hub repository. And once that happens, we're going to spin up these images by saying Docker compose up -d, which stands for daemon or detach, which is not going to show you logs. And you can issue these separately or just say bash up shell, and it is going to do the same thing because these are bash commands. But before we do that, I'm going to open up the Docker compose file, see what we have in there. So here we have the Docker compose file and all of its components. So what I'm interested in is the front end image, because I need to change something here. I am running something on my port 80. So what I do here is say port 8008. And if I want to access this front end, basically the web page, I have to say localhost port 8008 because this is actually the outer port, the port that is exposed to outside world. And it is going to essentially be mapped to port 80 inside the container. So I'm going to save this. Keep in mind that if the container is already running and if you make any changes to this, you have to restart the container. So I'm going to go back to terminal and I'm going to say bash up shell. And it's actually good practice. As you can see, this command is not recognized, and this is not actually the bash command that's not recognized. This is the Docker command that's not being recognized. Well, if you use Windows, you have to find a way to run or spin up the Docker engine. And again, if you use Windows, the easiest method is the Docker desktop method. So I'm just going to show you. Go here, Docker desktop, and there we go. Docker desktop is now running. And as you can see, I've not signed in, but you can also do that, save your progress. But I don't have anything here. So I'm going to go back, issue this command one more time. There we go. Everything is running and healthy. Everything is started. To confirm, I'm going to go back to Docker desktop, and Netpicker is here. This is the container containing all these images. So what I'm interested in at this moment is the front end. So instead of clicking on this, I'm going to use another browser, because if I click on this, it is going to directly take me to the app, the Netpicker app. And I just want to show you the login page. So normally, if it's your first time, you're provided with a login page and you have to provide your credentials. But since I already did that, it's not going to show you. So going back here, These are the credentials, username and password. So I'm going to open up an incognito tab and say localhost port 8008. And there we go, admin. I am successfully logged in. So that was it for this video. I will see you in the next one.